My name's Stephanie, and myself and my husband own a crystal shop here in Fountain Hills, Arizona, which is just east of Scottsdale. We just actually opened this retail shop up about a year ago. But before that, I was just doing live sales on TikTok for crystals. And so that whole thing started off as a hobby for me. I was a collector for a couple years and getting into a lot of spiritual and metaphysical modalities because I was going through some health things. And so I was just trying to find, some things that work for me that really helped me to kind of center myself and meditate and all of those good things. So I bought a lot of crystals, and I was at a point where I was like, you know what, I could probably sell some because I had so many at the time. And I saw all these awesome creators on TikTok that were doing live sales. And, I knew about Etsy, and things like that. But it would just really intrigued me. So I set up a little table one day, and I was so nervous. I'm like, oh my God, what if I just get nobody on here? It's totally fine. So I did, and I sold out the small table I had, and I was so thankful. I was like, oh my gosh. So it just encouraged me to do it more and more. And then here we are. So we're just so thankful for the community and, the growth that we've experienced and stuff, and just getting crystals out to everybody. And I really enjoy it a lot. So
I love that. Yeah. I love that. And can you tell us a little bit about, so you said you're from Fountain Hills. What's a day look like in your life? Like when you wake up, what's that look like?
I typically like to go work out in the morning. I have a lot of anxiety. So, and I'm a Virgo. And so I'm very if I've got a lot of tasks in my head, I have to find an outlet for that energy in the morning. So I go do that, come into the shop, and we are we'll either be doing a live sale that day, or we're packing orders and doing videos. Recently, our little shop, Kitty Sedona, has been doing, choosing crystals and stuff. So that's been really fun. And I've been working with her. And so creating a lot of content and, posting on social media is super important. We've been trying to up that a little bit even more on some of the other socials too. So it's a lot of work. It's so much work to do.
Yeah. So. Yeah, definitely. And you are on all the other socials. Would people be able to find you with the same handle, but underneath the other ones?
Yeah. So, for some reason, when we started TikTok Shop, it created a new name for us. So it's on TikTok, we're AZ Crystal Company. I believe it's showing up now.
Yeah.
On some of the other socials, it's AZ_Stone_Co. So AZ Stone Co is our original name. So you can find it for AZ Stone Co, basically. Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And so I want to ask everybody, before I ask Stephanie more questions, please make sure that you hop on and follow her. And then also you can find all of her socials in her website also. So yeah. And then you go live, like how often? Because I see your lives and they're super exciting.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So we try to go live at least once a day. Our schedule kind of varies just depending on our schedule and our customer schedules and things like that. We were going live all day on Tuesdays for a little while. So that was something.
Yeah.
We talked all day for a good 12 hours straight or so, but it's so fun. We have such a blast. We talk about all kinds of different things. Most of the time our conversations get onto food somehow. I don't know. I love food. So it always goes there for some reason. Which is awesome. And we talk about all kinds of things. So the time just flies by. But typically we're on live, once a week, either for a couple hours. I try to put out a video, when we're going live, just to give everybody a heads up. We have a Discord, which I'm also trying to kind of, post when we're going live there too. So there's ways to connect with some of the other community members too, and talk about crystals and stuff like that. So
Yeah, definitely. So there's something that I like to share with people too, is that I used to be the type of person I would buy a crystal online and then I would get it and I'd be heartbroken because it looked nothing like what I got and it wasn't a real crystal. And then I would
Oh,
just
yeah.
be like, yeah. And so I would lose money on it and then I would feel devastated. And then
Mm.
what I like about your guys' crystals is I've been there in person and
Mhm.
what you see online is exactly what you get. And I love that. I love that, you know, and what I love too when I watch your lives is that you teach a little bit about what the crystals mean and like what they do for you too. And so somebody
Yeah.
is really like when they're getting it, they're also knowing what they're getting.
Yeah.
And then also what you're seeing is exactly what you're going to get. And so I absolutely love that. And I have so many people in my lives that they ask me, like, where will you get a crystal at? Like when you need this or that. And I'll refer them right to you guys because I know that they're going to get something and they're going to feel so happy when
Yeah.
they get their purchase too. And
Oh.
so, yeah, I just wanted to share that with the viewers because I like everything with me right now is all from you guys.
Oh.
Yeah.
So awesome. That's
Yeah.
so great.
So, but
Yeah.
so what can you tell how do you feel about what led you into social media? You said that you kind of like you just were like I want to, and then can you tell me how do you feel about your influence on social media too? Because you have a following, like so yeah.
Yeah, I really I don't think of myself as any kind of like expert or anything like that. We learned very quickly, there's a lot of other, sellers online and, like you're saying and things like that. And so you're kind of, when you put yourself out there on social media, you're very much held accountable, right away to naming them the right thing and quality, and things like that. But also, too, I appreciate that you said that, our pieces are good and they're good quality because we really try to make sure that we're getting the best possible, and also pass on good pricing for that too, and not trying to raise the price because it's like a rare, crystal or something like that. But I really do appreciate everybody that's followed us along this journey and have been here since day one. I still have customers that have been with me from our very first lives, and it's just so awesome. Sorry,
Yeah, we love it.
so that's really awesome to see, that we still have customers from day one. So that says a lot too, and I just appreciate them so much. And we get asked a lot of questions about metaphysical properties and even localities and things like that. Chris, my husband, knows a lot more about the locality and the geology of the stones, and I know more on the metaphysical side. So it's, we just like to try to educate and, help people find what works for them. Crystals are a tool, for healing and different things like that. So even if it's just for concentrating or holding in your hand because you have anxiety or you're working at a desk all day, and you just need, something to hold on to. So they're a great tool, and I'm glad that we're able to offer that to people, and people really enjoy it. So
Yes, yeah, definitely. I love that. So, what would you say, what was a difficult time in your life and where you had to find inner strength, and what did you learn about yourself during this time?
yeah, that would have to be when I quit my corporate job to do this job. That was such a huge leap of faith. We were doing pretty well on the live sales, but, not enough to really support us financially. So it really just took putting one foot in front of the other and committing to something that I really enjoy doing and knowing that I would put everything energetically into it. And so it was hard, but seeing the progress and seeing the people enjoy what we're doing and enjoying the crystals that they get from us is so rewarding. And oh my gosh, it's beyond words. So
I love
yeah,
that.
so we're just so incredibly grateful for people online and even that people that come into the shop. And so it just reminds us every day of, how far we've come, and, that our hard work, has paid off. So that's good.
Yeah, definitely. Do you feel like did you have like a intuitive like feeling just that you had to leave, like that this was when you took that leap? And because the reason that I ask is I have quite a few women that are like in the corporate world, and they're always like, I feel like there's something else, like this isn't a fit for me anymore. But to leave it all, and put that behind me, like I don't know if I could take that risk. If you were able to tell somebody, like what would it be? What would Stephanie have needed to hear? And I know I have a question that's similar to that, but what would you have told yourself if you could have, that like probably 4 months before you left your corporate job? Like, what would be your words of advice?
Yeah, so I watch a lot of, I don't know if everybody's familiar with Bashar, but he channels another being, extraterrestrial. So he's got a lot of really great advice. And something that resonated with me that he has said is always follow your highest excitement in every moment, because moments become days, days become weeks, weeks become months, months become years, right? So if you're constantly following your highest excitement, even if it's like a choice between going to one restaurant versus another, going and choosing that one that just gives you a tiny little bit more joy, always doing that, because then that time becomes a lot more, right? And then you discover that, wow, I'm like really living the life that I love, because you've always chosen those small choices even throughout the day. So I would say it's very scary. And I think out of, just having so much anxiety myself, and I've worked in corporate America, or I worked in corporate America for so long, I truly do know that I know how it is to go to a job every day and just like, this is just not it. I'm just not, I don't feel like this is the fit for me. So if you can find it in you, the strength to just do it, just take the leap of faith, because if something is pulling you, if you have an intuition and a gut feeling that you're supposed to be on a certain path, then that is the universe nudging you that way. So you can basically, take that leap and know that you'll be okay, which is awesome. Yeah, so that's what I would say.
I love that. I love that. It makes me think, I've heard it before too, is if you know that you're good at your corporate job, like it's always, your corporate job is always going to be there. So why not take the risk on yourself? You know what I mean? And I love that your intuition just kind of gave you like a hard, like, no, like we've got to get you over to where your soul belongs, and I love that.
And you'll notice that things just are easy, when you're on the right path, and you're truly doing what you're supposed to be doing, things will be so much easier. It's not going to be like you're hitting a wall every time you turn around, and just like, oh, that's not working out. It literally just things work out, like when we moved here to Arizona, we moved a few times when we lived in Illinois, but when we moved to Arizona, everything just worked out. It was like my son got in school. Like we got a place that's right across the street from the high school to rent. It was just like boom, 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 boom. Everything just lined up. And that's how is that you're not forcing things into place. When you force things into place, it's usually telling you, no, stop, but when you just kind of take that foot forward with that gut intuition, things are just going to start going boom, 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 for you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is like easier than what I've been trying to force in my life, So it's like a completely different thing, which not a lot of people are able to, witness, until we take that step. So
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I love that. So, what would you say, who is, well, you spoke about your biggest inspiration. Can you tell us why? Uh,
Yeah, so just like I said, starting here on TikTok, seeing all the people do these things and doing live sales and doing other things too, like you, for instance, also just doing really, really wonderfully at things that they're supposed to be doing, and you know they're aligned. You can see it. You just see this is what they're supposed to be doing, and there's just a lot of people like yourself and others too that I saw that were just really doing very well because they're just living their life purpose, you know. So TikTok has been a big inspiration with that because it just is, it's a way for us to see so many other people in their genuine and authentic selves, you know, just kind of doing what they love to do. And there's really no other app like it. And it's just wonderful to see because I don't know if I would see that on other apps, you know, like there's a lot of like aesthetics and there's this and there that, you know, that type of thing that kind of clouds that. But there's, I don't know, here there's such genuine people that I found like really doing really well. So that encouraged me a lot. And it's like, okay, well, maybe I can do this, you know, so yeah.
Definitely, definitely. Well, and I always look at you as like somebody that, like, you, from just working, like, I know how hard it is what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much work that
Yeah.
people don't even see. Like, even when you're live all day, like, they don't see all the other stuff that goes behind even that. You know what I mean? And the fact that you just have this, like, that's true love. Like, that is true love, soul's purpose. Like, I am going to work every minute of my day because I have so much passion and love for what I do. And I see that like in you. And it's so inspiring to me to like get to see that. It really is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's because like you're saying in corporate America, you can work and just not really feel appreciated. But if you're doing it for yourself, it doesn't even really feel like work. And if it's something that you love doing, right? And it's just something that there's always, you know, tedious little things that you don't like doing, but
Yeah.
those, you know, and they're different for everybody, but it's like the majority of the time you're doing something that you absolutely love doing. So it's just, it's so rewarding, so much more so than, you know, than not. So yeah.
Definitely. Well, so tell me a little bit about if you could go back and say something uplifting to your younger self. So this would be the child Stephanie. What would you tell her?
Oh man. So I was a weird kid. So I didn't really fit in with a lot of like friends. I also went to Catholic school. And so it's like I had like, I don't know, 16, my mom's on here too. On my, I think I had like 16 kids in my graduation, like 8th grade class. So it was a lot. It was a lot of bullying, a lot of like, you know, you wouldn't think that, but it was a lot. It's just a lot of trauma going on there. So I would just say, you know, like continue to be yourself, like don't change and try to like fit in because it's best for you to just fit out, you know,
Yeah.
you become you grow into that, you know, like small Stephanie grew into big Stephanie. So, that's just what it is. And I grew into me, not someone else or someone else's, you know, projection of what I should be. I did things a lot different in my life than most people. So, and I'm so happy with that. So I wouldn't change a thing. So I would just say, just continue on. Don't try to be someone you're not.
Definitely. I love that.
Yeah.
So what would you if you had a chance to go back, sorry, in 2025, what's one big project that you're looking forward to?
Well, if I can hire some more help here, that I need some more time, but I would love to create some more tools for people. I don't know, not a podcast, but like maybe some ebooks, some videos, you know, content for people to really use their crystals and give a little bit more information about them. So because I would just love to have more time to even go live and have just conversations with people about, metaphysical things and answering questions and stuff like that. So I would love to offer some more content, either through additional live streaming or some sort of content that people can, have access to. So hopefully we can do that. That would be awesome.
Definitely. Well, and that's the other thing that we didn't even dive into. Like, there's a whole different side of your studio besides like the crystals, but you do like a lot of other things too. Can you tell us a little bit about that too?
Yeah, so next door to the crystal shop, we have another space opened up, and we were doing sound baths here every full moon inside the shop. So we had to like move all the stuff out. And everybody would come bring their yoga mats and stuff like that. And it was just, carrying all these crystals into another room was just like, So a space opened up next door to us, and we ended up going in there. And so now we offer sound baths on new and full moons, and there's meditations and Tai Chi, Qigong, and Yoga Nidra, stuff like that. So it's just so cool because then we can kind of extend, the healing into other, types of actual tangible, things that people come in and do here and feel that energy here as well. So
I love that. That's beautiful. Do you do content with that too? Like besides so you do the live full moon, but are you planning on, do you make content like that, or is that in the works?
I'm trying to record more. So if I can do that, I would love to record them on TikTok maybe and post them on YouTube or something like that. It's me remembering, I got all these, things that we're trying to set up, and sometimes I forget and I'm like, oh man, I wish I would have recorded that because we can share that out too.
Yeah.
So definitely. I would love to share more of that. We do have another social media for that space too. It's called Arcana. Like Tarot Arcana. So that's on some of the other socials too. So if if anybody wants to follow there too, you can see some of our videos of some of the classes and stuff like that. And if anybody ever visits, you're welcome to come by and take advantage of that too. So
definitely. Yeah. And do you have that here on TikTok also, or just on the other socials?
That's on the other socials for now. Yeah. So it's more like we try to do more of the local advertising for the space because it's we're trying to get the physical attendees in, and things like that. Yeah,
totally. Maybe, maybe in the future, you and I can do something on one of the other platforms on one too. So then we can, do something similar to this, but over there. So then with the other account.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, so what about, what is a fun fact that people don't know about you?
Oh, I think I put on, So, well, I mean, I'm pretty proud of it. I did run a 60K a couple years ago, and it was a trail run. So there is elevation, along with it and things like that too. So, that was a pretty, tough thing to train for. So, I'm pretty proud of it. So yeah, it's just something that not a lot of people know. I used to do Spartan races and stuff like that. And then it kind of led up to a friend of mine kind of encouraging me, she's like, let's do a 60K. And I'm like, sure. I'm just one of those people that doesn't really think about it. Like, it sounds good. And I'm like, yes. And then I'll sign up for it. But I'm also one of those people that has to see it through. Like, I can't say yes and then not do it. I have to do it. So I help hold myself accountable, I guess, to getting it done and at least getting through it. And I got through it and I finished it. So it was very rewarding just to finish, So I had no time expectations or anything. I think it was like 10 hours or, something like that. It was up in Black Canyon, which is kind of halfway point between Scottsdale and Sedona. And it's just absolutely breathtaking out there. And, you know, I'm out there, you go out 30 miles and, you know, it's just, it's incredible. You have a lot of thoughts.
Yeah.
You're thinking a lot of things. You have a lot of conversations with yourself, and it's just, it's life changing, really. So
Yeah.
it's a really cool experience. So if anybody's into running, I never did sports as a kid. I never like really did any of that type of stuff. And so now in my adult years, I'm finding some things that I enjoy. So
I love that. That's beautiful. And that also takes a lot of perseverance, dedication. And I definitely would never ever have that in me to do that. But that's incredible. Oh my goodness.
yeah, so about 10 hours. Somebody was asking how long did it take? It was about 10 hours.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you just kind of have to think to yourself, I'm going to go out into the desert for 10 hours today. And that's, you know, and then you just wrap your head around that. And then I'm like, oh,
and then you run. Oh no. Yeah.
Do it as fast as you can.
That's so awesome. Did you like take anything? Like, did you have any crystal with you? Like, or any?
Yes. So it's so funny because I like Vanadinite. Vanadinite is this red crystal. It's very sparkly. It's from Morocco. It's been very popular recently, but it's also very kind of crumbly. So it's not like a polished stone or anything like that. That's like, you know, easy to carry or anything like that. Oh, here's one. This is what it looks like.
Oh my goodness, that's beautiful.
So it's like on a rock. And it's not super comfortable either. And so I tend to put, you know, some down my shirt a lot.
Yeah.
And so I did have that in my backpack though. And so that way it wasn't too uncomfortable. But Vanadinite's awesome. It is for endurance. It's for larger projects. So if you're, you know, if you have a big project at work or something, you know, physical, mental, it's actually really, really great for that. So
yeah, definitely. Before I ask the few other questions that I have, if what would be if you were to recommend a crystal from your shop, like that you were just like, I feel like this is the most needed crystal, what would that be? Or you?
That's a good question. Oh. I'm gonna go with something that's not very common. And I'm going to go with apophyllite because it's really awesome because for people that don't feel energy from crystals right off the bat, apophyllite is one that people tend to feel. They feel it. And the beautiful energy that apophyllite has is like, it looks like this. It's like a clear kind of, and it's from India, but the energy is, so their crystals will hold space, push energy, or bring in energy. And the apophyllite holds space. And so it holds the space for you, and it's like a hug. So it is just the most beautiful crystal. Like I said, if you have crystals and you haven't really felt their energy, it's a fantastic one because typically you will feel the energy from it because it just holds that space and it is so beautiful. It's just a loving, nurturing, beautiful energy. So I would highly, highly recommend that for anybody. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds beautiful.
Yeah.
Somebody put so sparkly. Aw. So, yeah. So can you tell us, one, where everybody can find you one more time? And if you're just joining in, if you guys wouldn't mind giving Stephanie a follow, if you haven't already. I know a lot of people here like already follow you and they absolutely adore your energy. But yeah, and then can you tell everybody where they could find you and also what they can expect if they see your content?
Yeah. So you can find me here on, I call it Tiki Talks, and then Insta, and mostly Insta and FB for local stuff, Instant FB for local. TikTok is more, you know, United States wide. So we have a lot more customers from all over, or viewers from all over the place. And then as far as content goes, it's a lot. It's education. It's showing a lot of crystals, inventory, things like that for upcoming lives. We do a lot of just kind of showing you what we have, what we've brought in from various different localities. We do try to source directly from the country of origin, so trying to get as close to where their mind is possible. And then I'm sorry, the cat's on me.
I love that.
We're really, I mean, I love being funny and lighthearted. So we do try to entertain in that way, and just making funny videos. So if you like funny and, you know, I just love that because it's an outlet for me to just make, you know, comedic, you know, videos and stuff. So especially with the cats. And everybody loves seeing the cats. So
definitely. And it's Sedona and Phoenix, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, they're so cute. They're so cute. It was awesome when we went to your shop. I think I brought like my whole family, and your cats were just like walking and guiding us through. Like they were giving us a little tour. It was so sweet.
Like little greeters here. That's what we call them, is our little greeters, because they go up to everybody. They're not shy. They don't run from people. They just go right up to people. And the majority of people that come in love cats. And our content on TikTok right now is a lot of Sedona picking crystals, because we had a customer reach out to us and request that she choose their crystals. And so I did a video for them and it went viral. So then we had to do a little, you know, Sedona's picks option on TikTok Shop. So she's been doing videos for people and picking their crystals, and she's so cute. She loves doing it. The Phoenix doesn't really enjoy doing that or likes to pay attention for too long, but Sedona just doesn't. It's so cute. She's adorable. So she's so smart.
Yeah, definitely. So, what would you say? What would be something that you would like the viewers to take away from today?
Yeah. So if anybody ever has any questions about crystals, you know, even if you've purchased them someplace else, feel free to DM us questions, you know, even if it's like, what is this stone? Again, we have a Discord too. In my profile, you can find it there. So if you'd like to join the community there and just post pictures of stuff, there's a lot of other people that will comment and help you out. So if you enjoy crystals and you want to be a part of another great community as well, then definitely you're welcome, and everyone's welcome. And we have such awesome people on the lives. Even if you just come in and hang out, people have so much fun, and it is just a blast. And we talk about all kinds of different things, and we talk about metaphysical properties of crystals, and you can ask questions and ask to see things, and, you know, all that stuff too. So everybody's welcome.
I love that. And I love that you guys keep it. It feels like such a safe and fun community.
Yes.
But also I think, like, for me, I don't know a lot. I don't know a lot about crystals, but when I get a crystal, I love that, you know, with your guys' lives, you can learn everything that you need, like, about the crystals. And I really look forward to you making the crystal courses too, because I think that's so needed. And I think sometimes people are like, I have this crystal, I feel so drawn to it, but I don't know everything that it's capable of. And so I think that's really cool that you're going to be doing that, and everything that you do right now. Do you have time for like 3 questions from the viewers? Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay, guys. So if you guys have a question, crystal related, I call you a crystal expert.
Thank you.
Yes. So yeah. And so when do you go live next too?
So recently we've been doing warehouse live sales on Mondays. So we have a warehouse in Tucson that we've been going to. It's a 200,000 square foot warehouse, and we don't get through really hardly any of it on a whole day live. But those are really fun to see and fun to do because there's so much to see. So we've been doing those on Mondays. I think we're going to do another one this coming Monday. So if you'd like to join us and check out what's there. It's awesome. There's even an Egyptian room there. So there's like all this Egyptian statues and things like that. So if you like, it's really, really neat. So there's different things there too, which is really cool. So
do you guys do the jogs crystal show, or do you think that the gym show, or do you think that you'll be there, or?
That might be something for, the future. We don't carry enough inventory at one given time just because of the live sales. It kind of rotates pretty quickly. I would love to do one maybe at some point if we were to expand and have, more wholesale. We do a little bit of wholesaling, but say if we were to have more of a larger wholesale space, then we would probably do that. Yeah, that would be really fun to do. A lot of work, a lot of fun.
Oh my goodness, I just want to go to Tucson and see your warehouse. That sounds so awesome.
Yeah, so we're usually there on Mondays. So if you're ever
that's so awesome.
Area, let me know.
I'll definitely be messaging you.
There's so many cool pieces in there too, like just big, huge, amethyst pieces.
I saw you on one of your contents. You're just like the cutest thing. You're so adorable. You were like hugging it was like a huge crystal, and I was like, oh my goodness, what kind of crystal was that?
That's a pink amethyst. So I have a pink amethyst tower that's almost exactly like that one, and I call it an emotional support crystal. I've taken it with me to some like scary things, that I've had to do. So it's like literally like a life-size version of that. That's why I had to hug it, because I'm like, oh my God, it's my emotional support crystal. I love it.
That's so awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. So what are both of your favorite crystals? Do you want to go first?
Ooh, yeah. So I'll say the pink amethyst for sure, and then apophyllite would be my second. Yeah.
I love that. Oh, my favorite crystal is your guys's. It's the very first real crystal that I ever bought. And it's the golden healer, and I need to clean her because I use too much oil and then I grab her, but it's my favorite. I just love it, and I swear, ever since I bought this crystal, things were already going really well, but I swear this crystal is it's manifested so much. Anything that I manifest when I use this crystal, it actually happens for me, which is I know I might sound like a crazy person, but I know that it's the crystal.
It does. They do enhance. They have energy, and there's so many people out there that say that they don't. And it's like we have quartz crystals in our phones, and that's how our phones work, is based off of quartz energy, and they do. And because you're holding it so much, and you've really connected with it. And it's your energy along with the crystal energy has kind of, come together. And what happens when you use it and you're holding it a lot, it just really connects with you. And it almost knows, what your intentions are. We always say to activate your crystals when you get them, hold them in your hand and connect with them. And that's really what you're doing by holding it and having an intention by using it. Yeah. And if you do that often, it will just know. But, at first you can just connect with it, hold it in your hand, feel it, and just tell it what you'd like it to do. And that's how you activate your crystals, and they'll bring in, protection, all kinds of different things, whatever it is that you're seeking. So
definitely. and something that's crazy about this is I got another one. And then when I got it, I was going to keep it and I had bought another one, but the other one I got from a different place. The other one I got it and it broke like right away and I was so sad. And then I had the one that I got from you guys and it was still like all in, like it was beautiful. And I didn't want to give it away, but the one that I got was for a gift for somebody, the one that broke. And so then I was like, oh no. So then I had to give them the one that I got like from you guys, the golden healer, and I didn't want to give it away, but I did. And then they got like so many blessings like after. And so then I was like, okay, like it's okay that they got it, but it was just really like funny that like I got the second one for me because this one bought me so many manifestations. And then the next thing you know, it was like, I don't want it. And then when I gave it to them, they got all the same ones. And so then I was like, all right, it's worth it.
Yeah.
The golden healers are amazing.
They really are. That's another really, really powerful stone. And it's really great for physical ailments too. So if you have anything like that going on, I like to sleep with a couple crystals under my pillow at night. So if you know what the metaphysical properties are of certain crystals, there's some that you wouldn't want to put in your room, like obsidian, for instance, because it's kind of like a mirror and it just kind of bounces energy around. But there's some really calming crystals like amethyst or blue kyanite. Blue kyanite will help you remember your dreams if you put it on your pillow. That's one of my favorites. The golden healer is a really good one.
I have this one from you guys.
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, and that's a real psychic stone too. So that might help you also astral project if you are willing to do that. And that's something that you're looking to do. Blue kyanite will help you with that.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
You're amazing, Stephanie.
Well,
you really are. So, somebody put, I sleep with golden healer and Baltic red amber. Oh, that sounds beautiful.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Yeah. So, let's see. So one last thing, I just want to ask you one more time. Everybody can find you at.
Yep. Here on TikTok, Arizona Crystal Company is our name. And then on other social medias, it's AZ Stone Co. So underscore in between AZ and Stone and Co. So
Awesome.
Stone Co.
Beautiful. And then guys, she does also have live events in Fountain Hills, Arizona. So please be on the lookout for that. And if you haven't given her a follow, please give her a follow. And also I'll be reposting this too. So yeah.
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you very much. And thank you so much for thinking of me.
Oh, of course. Of course. I was so excited that I started doing these again and I wouldn't have even thought twice about asking it. Like I just was like gonna reach out to you. And then when you said yes, I was like, yay. So
of course.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I'll be up there to visit you and Chris soon. I can't wait. And I definitely will be over there at that Tucson warehouse.
Okay.
I'm so excited about that.
Yes, anytime. So
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. Well, you have a good one. And guys, please be on the lookout for Monday. Definitely. She will be live at her warehouse. And yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you, everybody. It was so great to see all of you on TikTok. Thank you guys so very much. And hopefully we'll see you all soon.
Yes. Take care, Stephanie. Bye-bye.
Right.
Bye, everybody. Take care.
Bye-bye.